Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A natural state. I don't think so.
Death tax.
Are scanning.
I'm winded.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning. Radiant team pick.
It also reapplies constantly, so if you put it on a Necro for that 5-second duration, you cannot Ghost Shroud nor Yules yourself, or you're immediately taken out of it. It also
10
purges the
seconds
Bloodlust.
remaining.
Arigato to that purge. Earth Spirit!
Oh my god, they did it again.
What have they done?
They did the double roaming supports that are relatively weak in lane and can't influence side lanes if they lose their lane because they don't have the strongest ability to.
I don't think Spirit Envy. He did great. Does Complexity have a coach?
No, they don't. It's not that Envy doesn't have a great Earth Spirit. He's got one of probably the
10
best
seconds
Earth Spirits in this tournament. But the problem is that
5
if
seconds
your Ogre
remaining.
loses your lane, his lane, which is very possible, especially after that Luna gets like
Holy
shadowed into Luna.
Christ! It's the demon! She's back! No!
So Earth Spirit, if Ogre loses his lane, you'll have a level 3, level 4 Ogre and a level 3, level 4 Earth Spirit. And they don't roam together in unison that effectively. Neither one, like, you kind of just walk away
10
from these
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
And to get kills, you kind of need to be together. Earth Spirit also prefers
5
being in
seconds
scenarios where
remaining.
your lanes are stronger and then he can rotate, be that third hero and find kills. And I think it's very difficult to do that against Mirana, against Luna, and giving RNG the last pick as well. You need killers now. Maybe a Kunkka, but there's a Nyx and a Shadow Demon.
The
Doesn't
dark
synergize well with the
moon
Ogre.
rises to cast a shadow on the draft. It's Luna! I haven't seen this hero in so long. I haven't seen this hero since Arteezy threw with it. It's been a long time since I've seen a freaking Luna Shadow Demon. Are the tales still true, Sheever? Are the ancient texts still accurate about the Armageddon that will be cast upon this game? Luna's still good? No. Alright. There's a reason she fell out of favor, and even though we have seen a couple of Shadow Demons today and in the last couple of days, we have not seen a Luna. We've seen her banned once actually, but she is in a meta where the lanes are going to be super important. The Luna is not the greatest laner of all time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle.
You are correct, but when you're laning against Earth Spirit Spectre,
I guess
it's
you're
pretty hard
allowed
to lose the lane.
Yeah, true. You're allowed to be a little bit crazy.
I like the Spectre in the sense that it's a nice matchup against the Mirana, the Shadow Demon. Like, it's pretty good against all these heroes because Luna and Mirana are very susceptible to high reach carries. Luna hates playing against the Life Stealers, the Spectres, the Embers, etc. The problem is the laning phase for Cole is looking very weak and once again incredibly passive. Necro Spectre, you're not really able to leave your lane. You can haunt once every 3 minutes, but you're going to have a shitty laning phase. You might not be able to rotate that effectively, and it's an Earth Spirit and an Ogre. Those are very low damage supports, especially until...
However, we have seen a very active Earth Spirit before from Eternal Envy, and Ogre can leave his lane and follow up pretty
You need
good.
the tools to do that, and you can't abandon either Necro or Spectre in a lane this game.
That is true. They do need somebody that's going to absolutely dominate and give Spectre that room to grow. Ogre and Earth Spirit can't really leave her at all unless she's being under the tower, but then they'll just kill her.
And it's interesting.
10
Like
seconds remaining.
China likes picking Spectre or Luna into Spectre, and I think it's more of I see Spectre as a counter to Luna, but I believe it's based around the timing that these heroes peak. You don't want to take Spectre into the 30-40 plus, so you play a Luna against it, and you try and get a Roche, end the game probably second Roche, and like that 30-minute mark is 6-slot Luna walks high ground. Especially with the Shadow Demon, that can be a very effective combination, even though we haven't seen it in a while.
That's a big cookie to crumble for Luna. Can anyone else do an accent on this panel? That's kind Luna. Luna. Salamene. Salamene.
Oh, that.
And for the dark moon.
Anyone ever tell you guys that you look eerily similar?
We look really similar.
Listen, you sound really similar.
You look really similar. No, literally no one's ever told me that. Yeah, moron. Kunkka banned out here. Interesting. I like
it's a good
that.
ban. Damage reduction with Spectre, very powerful. With Kunkka, very strong. It makes a lot of sense as a ban. It would have perfect synergy with the Cold Draft. They banned the DK. I like that. They already have damage issues. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. A live tiny last pick. All right. I like it because they needed something that could dominate the game and get their Spectre Necro online. It also solves that gap of who the hell's going to rotate and actually make things happen. Now it's a Bloodlusted Tiny with an Earth Spirit backing him up. That's a hell of a choo-choo train.
Aye. That's a big rock. So is that do you like that draft now? Have you been turned over?
If there's any team that can last pick Tiny, and I don't hate it, it's going to be Complexity. Just because Limp is the best Tiny in the world.
Aye. There is still also the small off chance that Limp will play Necrophos. And Sweet Salamene, that's Huskar! Snaking will play Ogre Magi. Huskar. Oh, that's a pickle they're in now. Mm-hmm. For Complexity. But does your brain allow you to do it?
No, it doesn't. They banned Huskar last game for a reason. Stay plays an excellent Huskar. They have major damage issues. Both supports are purely magical damage. He's going to get Roche, he's going to get a BKB and be literally invincible. Unless Limp Tiny can't go off. He's laning against a Huskar. Like, this is an impossible matchup.
Aye.
RNG's going to win, damn it.
Well, you're not... Okay, sure. No bias. What's it, Slacks? What's it, Luna? Hi. It's been a long time since I've seen a Luna. And I've got to say, from the barrels of my heart, I gotta believe in the bitch. Let's go, Luna! Yeah. I'll also go for RNG. You can't even top or copy that. Third game of the series will decide which one of these two teams will be top 3 at this minor. It is over to Fogged and Moxie. Aye.
I was gonna say it at the same time, but that would
You should have!
I had a feeling.
Should have!
Oh, all right.
Last pick, Huskar.
I'm losing my mind because of just listening to Slacks and seeing Kyle's disappointment. I don't even know where to start with this.
Start from the beginning.
There's a Huskar. That's the beginning. That might be the end too.
The Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Have fun.
So, like Kyle was
boy.
mentioning, Cole, they want to be trying to take this late game. Of course, they have Spectre. However, RNG, they've got a really good, fast-paced lineup again. They've got SRF and Afu, the dynamic duo, like you said last game. And they've got the same heroes. They're playing Mirana and Nyx again. It worked great last game for them to set up kills non-stop all over the place. They've got a Huskar who's going to do great in mid. Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, as my friend would say, never give them a run back. And they definitely let them get a very powerful combination here.
But if anybody can change the tides, it's Envy Earth Spirit. Let's go, Envy, with those boots. Uh-oh.
It's all up to you now, Envy. Make us proud.
Uh-oh.
Oh, baby. It's not looking super great so far, but they will get pushed back here.
You get the rune.
They grab it, so
They're gonna get 2.
mission accomplished. Hang that banner.
They were truly spooked by Envy.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. Spoopy guy there.
And they get 3 runes? Alright. Well, that's the one start. And that's what we were saying, right? Envy is the key. The eternal Envy Earth Spirit. So they have to be... I mean, they have to play in their lanes mostly. I think Envy could... He has to try to, like, make some moves to try to punish the Huskar in the mid lane, because Tiny can have a bit of a rough time there if he starts to fall behind.
Seems like an understatement.
Yeah. But it's Limp Tiny. This is like his best hero.
It's true, but it's stay on the Huskar.
Yeah.
So it's a tough matchup, I'm pretty sure here. Because even if Stay loses the lane, we see him just jump right back in again once he gets what he needs here.
Immediately Envy wants to cut the creep wave. Manipulation of waves constantly, and this bottom lane. Siegfried should be able to absorb a good amount of the pressure. Snaking.
Okay.
So Envy wants to pull the creep wave, but snaking.
That was what happened there.
He just died.
He just accepted his fate, I guess, and realized like this was it.
He had Fairy Fire, but he got stunned, so he couldn't actually pop it, which is unfortunate.
It didn't feel like he was moving away at all either, though.
No, he got unfortunate.
Unfortunate. This bottom lane too, it's feeling pretty good right now for RNG. Got the Shadow Demon doing Shadow Demon things. Luna's able to harass quite well here.
Once they get their level 2, it's a really strong lane. Ogre can guarantee some of those last hits for his buddy.
He's a tanky boy, but
See, first few waves, look at that, Limp. 9-1. Like we said, once the levels build up on the Huskar, you can poke further that harassment with that low armor. But I actually like what Limp did. He started with the Ring of Protection on that lane. So he can actually deal with a lot of that harassment damage. And Huskar, not the longest range hero, so you do get hit by those trees quite a bit when you're trying to let those last hits on the Tiny.
Look at the amount of harass going back and forth here at this time. And you can definitely see, like we said earlier, this is Limp's signature hero. So he will be able to hold his own, despite having a very uncomfortable matchup.
They have a lane ward in mid too for
Oh, that arrow coming through the leap out. This is why you do not allow Afu and SRF to get this combo. I'm just gonna chase him down here.
He's slow. And they've got boots on Nyx already.
There's a leap forward. Oh, he's got the death pulse though. He's actually almost makes it out, but will get taken down in the end.
Envy just hit 2 there at the end there. Didn't have the stun available earlier. Limp has bottle, and we'll be able to, if he can secure runes, that could be the thing that secures him that lane. He's tied up with the Huskar at the moment.
This bottom lane too, Luna and the Spectre about evenly matched, 11-3 over on Luna, 11-1 on Spectre.
They can throw more harassment onto the Spectre though, so Spectre's gonna have to spend money on regen, while Luna has a little bit more liberty and protection as Envy.
TP over to the mid lane here.
I think Sea Freak also started a port in and canceled his. So I saw double TPs coming out on that tower.
Alright.
So now Envy will he's just gonna walk back top.
There's going to be banishment coming through. Got that Lucent theme here. Skem taking a decent amount of harass. Snake gonna have to pop the Ghost Shroud. Uses his healing spell.
As soon as Envy leaves top, they're gonna go putting pressure. So Envy immediately after TPing mid, he just runs back top. It's a bit of wasted time on that Earth Spirit.
I am loving the way that RNG have been playing in these last couple games. Just very, very aggressive. Finding, you know, these openings in the lanes and just keep the pressure on.
They've really changed.
Nice stun coming out, followed by an arrow. This is gonna be a dead Snake King, isn't it? Yeah, maybe not. Does have the Ghost Shroud available. Pretty close though. Think if Envy hadn't connected with that rock. Still pretty scary though.
Yeah, they just keep poking him. They know that Envy can't really stop them from doing that. Oh, he gets surrounded. The disruption.
Oh, they land another Impale here as well. Snake forced back.
He's getting bullied so hard. He's 12-3 last hits, but he's gonna have to spend a lot of money on regen. They're not getting pressured up top here. SRF, he doesn't have any regen, but you see he's already queued up the bottle. They probably want to contest for those 5-minute bounty runes, bottle up so they get.
The leap for the aggression. They take him out.
Nice Carapace usage by Afu. That's slight little extra damage and mini stun. So far, again, yeah, like you were mentioning, RNG, they've really adapted since like the Terrorblade and the PLs are getting banned out now in this phase. They've adapted to just play this fast style, and it's working fantastic for them. 4-0 now already. And
I think no one expected it, right?
Yeah.
Because they were the kings of the late game, but they, you know, Dota, you adapt or you die, and there's again the setup, the arrow, the Starstorm. They need a little bit more damage, and they just don't quite have it, but it's enough to make Envy probably clench those butt cheeks just a little bit.
Oh, SRF didn't walk up closer to try to get the double starfall. Ends up costing them the kill, actually.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be back at it very soon.
Yeah, they're gonna go again because they got what? They secured 3 of the bounty runes there, and they filled up the bottle completely. So again, they're just gonna keep looking to pressure because they've got all this sustain out with the mana.
They're being so patient, waiting for that opening so they can go for the arrow. Will connect again. There's gonna be the rolling coming out from Envy. Will protect him. SRF, he leaps forward though. That's another kill on Snake King. SRF should be able to walk out of here, no problem. What a disaster. 0-5 right now, coming out from RNG.
And Alfu's doing this, he's playing it perfect. He needs like that little extra bonus damage. It looks like Snake King might live, but that extra bonus from the Spike Carapace hitting like the Death Pulse just always allows him to tick Snake King over the edge. And we see the Huskar now still relatively even last hits on Limp, but the Huskar has more denies.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Master is stronger. Just this whole new RNG.
Yep.
Well, Limp gets himself. That's a second haste rune, actually.
Oh, he could look to make plays top.
I think they need to make some plays top at this point.
I think that's probably the best play he can do.
Oh, no, he's going to go bottom, though. Okay. We'll be able to probably take down Monet here. There's going to be the Fire Blast, the toss, and eventually gets taken down by Limp.
It's better this game that they at least have an active mid hero. Like last game, they have a Templar Assassin who wants to be able to farm. You don't want to be able to be moving around
Limp's
too
not
much.
done.
He's not done at all.
He's not done. Hey, 3-4-3, what's going on, baby? Toss back. Fire Blast, and that's a double kill. That's gotta feel pretty good. Honestly, like, if he still had a little bit more of that haste room, I think he just goes right back and kills Luna too, but...
Could definitely be. They're gonna back up, they're gonna Shrine. Gives Huskar that space though, now he's 35 and 18, just cruising it in those last hits. Every time the Limp does move from the lane, that is the one concern, even though he's getting all the kills, which is fantastic.
We've got to find some place where he can get things done, because this middle lane is very, very difficult for him.
Yeah.
So find those in the form of kills.
Yeah, and he can't post kill threat onto the Huskar because of how he's itemized. Sometimes the Huskars are a bit squishy, but double bracer, you have so much more HP, so you don't have to worry about the combos from a tiny.
He finds the opening with the arrow Starstorm. SRF just on a killing spree.
I mean, they're owning. They really are owning snaking. They're like he's playing Necrophos. He has a great win rate on this hero, but when you're playing it to full magic damage, and one of the harder counters, the Nyx assassin in the lane phase, can't be a bit of a problem. But Limp's top now. He's trying to help. Poor snaking up there.
Yeah, we'll be able to land the avalanche. They've got the Spike Carapace. Huskar making this rotation. We'll cancel it out. He realizes, all right, they're going to back off. I'm going to keep farming. There's no reason for me to go up there right now. Limp, he still wants to go in. Afu spots him out.
Radiant structures.
Gonna hide over here into the trees. Body blocks coming through here. Nice impale coming out. Avalanche will land though. The tree will secure the kill. Nice arrow coming through. Does land on Limp, but they don't have any follow-up. And just Marana gonna bunny hop her way through here.
Yeah. Limp doing a good job of trying to fix the lane instead of...
Feels like he's gotta fix a lot of things though right now. All I can think of is, oh man, this is not looking good for Z-Freak here. He's trying to run himself away. There's a lot of damage. Another Glaive should do the trick. That's Shadow Poison though, securing the kill. Rune gets picked up on Envy though, and there's a regen rune bottom. I'm sure Skem would really love to go over there and fetch it, but he kind of needs to be in lane.
Yeah.
Top lane, the action never stops. The jump forward again from the Marana. Ghost Shroud will come out. Won't be able to land that arrow this time. Afu, he's got the Spike Carapace. Stone will get thrown through, silencing up the Marana. Arrow lands over on Envy as he's trying to roll out. Oh no, there's going to be the heal coming through, but it doesn't matter. SRF is dominating.
And the Eclipse bottom
lane. Ooh, bye-bye, Skem. And it looks like we're going to say goodbye to Snay.
Oh my, this top lane, they finally
Oh, they get a kill, Luna. They got Luna. Can they get anything else here? Can Z-Freak get? No.
I think they have like 100% accuracy on their spells up top. I haven't, like, the Nyx Impales are hitting every single time. The Carapace is always being used on Death Pulse. The Arrow in Starstorm is always successful.
This is a new thing that you have to ban against them now, for sure.
It seems like a very good response to the opener of the Necrophos. They're punishing it so hard. Like, look at Snaking's net worth. It's bottom 4.
They're just so patient too. You look at them and you can see Nyx is thinking about trying to go for that stump. He always makes sure that Marana is in the right placement so that way she can get that arrow off. And that's very, very impressive. Very patient, very calculating. Looks like we will lose the Shadow Demon here. Oh, with the disruption. Z-Freak's still nearby though. Mega kill coming out here for Limp. He's working towards that Blink Dagger.
He has
and they take Snay again.
Oh my god.
Somebody needs to stop these two.
He's not getting any space, and they just keep refilling the urn. They just have infinite urn stacks, and it's going to be such a fast Spirit Vessel on this Nyx.
Yeah.
How is Necrophos actually going to play the game?
He isn't. He's not going to be able to play the game. All right, that arrow did not connect. Mostly used for vision, I'm guessing.
That's good. I agree.
Yeah.
That was a vision arrow.
And that's fine.
If he wanted to hit...
Oh boy, that is a fast rock. Chasing over here, Monet. Turns around in the trees. There's going to be the reach. Oh man, immediately Huskar jumping in. Does have that Shadow Demon standing nearby. Burning Spear stacks coming through. He's really fast, but there's that leap forward. And I think he's going to burn to death here. Need a little bit more. There it is.
Huge kill for Stay. Look at how much gold he gets.
Scam. They're just running them over right now, Fog.
This looks like a replay from last game. At least they have a lit time.
Oh, the tips.
Woohoo! All 5 of them.
Drama's on the menu, boys. All right, hop, bunny hop coming out from SRF. Oh, Envy, careful here. Arrow doesn't connect this time. But SRF will just reset. Wait for 343 to join him up here.
This is like all on Limp now. The whole game pretty much for complexity. Because the Necrophos, he's so shut down already, and the game only gets harder and harder for him. There's going to be a Spirit Vessel like we're mentioning, and he's versus the natural counter, the Shadow Demon.
Oh, the arrow. Again. Shadow Poison getting stacked up over here. 343 just casually throwing it out. Bottom lane, they get another kill on Skem. There's no breathing room in this game.
No.
0. RNG playing out of their minds right now.
This is the Alpha that I remember on LFY, just dominating from lane to lane, just finding the perfect setups, always being at the right place at the right time. See, Freak?
Does manage to cancel out that arrow, not immediately going to get it off here. SRF waiting, leaps forward, throws out the stars. He's trying to juke himself, serpentining back and forth here, but the Lucent Beam and that Shadow Poison doesn't matter if you're serpentining.
15 to 5. 4K lead. They're setting the pace exactly like they need to. 8 deaths on snaking. Oh my goodness.
What does he even do? Where does he go? How does he exist in this game, Fogged?
I mean, he's 8 deaths in 12 minutes. He can't exist.
He can't exist.
This is literally going to be a Spirit Vessel already finished up pretty much on this Nyx Assassin. They're giving him bottom, and he gets Spirit and yeah, like we said, Necrobus already has the game, but it'll get worse.
See you later, Z-Freak. Oh, no, he gets a multicast. Still alive. Still think he's totally dead here, though.
The last poison.
There we go. Where is he, Freak?
Afu on the prowl. Time after time. Always looking for plays. Limp getting close to a Blink Dagger. Like we said, the whole game is pretty much on this Tiny to try to just set up for these ganks in play.
Oh, Eternal Envy. Do you know what lurks in these shadows?
An arrow. Oh. An arrow to the knee.
An arrow to your everything at this point. Good
totally
grief.
Alright, so they've got their ultis available now, though. Earth Spirit, Necrophos, everybody's kind of got them going on the side of complexity. They have to be able to get these counter ganks going. And also, just get obs and sentries. You're not going to have gold probably on your supports, but I think that's a good thing this game. They need to be able to protect themselves for this Afu Nyx Assassin and the Moonlight Shadow plays that are going to be coming out. So they should have like 4 sentries and 4 obs wards and get ready to start placing them to defend, in particular just on the lane. They just keep getting set up on as we see top 3 networks, 3 cores of RNG, off to a...
You need so many sentry wards though, Fog. Like, Afu is just... No matter where you are, he's there. He's lurking.
But you have to, right? It's an ogre.
Yeah.
You have an ogre as that 5 position, so Z-Freak, you're gonna just have to go for it. You gotta get all those sentries for your team to try to protect them.
Oh boy, nice stalling here coming out from Envy. No, but they'll chase after Limp. He's trying to TP out last second. Afu does buy out that Blink Dagger though before he gets taken out.
Okay. Is it time for the Roche?
I think it is. They were checking with the Spectral Dagger. They were suspecting something was up, but...
And this
feels like a textbook game, honestly.
Yeah, textbook Huskar game. And they've got, I mean, I wouldn't say they're textbook, but they also got themselves a hell of a lot of kills.
And the roll-in coming out here from Envy. He gets that ultimate off. The arrow gets through, jumps forward again. SRF, wicked sick right now. And Skem, he cannot be there. Cannot be there. Finally do take down, though. Stay, gets scythed out here. But Skem, he's burning to death. Is he going to be able to make it out just barely over there? But they go right back into that pit because Roche is almost dead. And it doesn't matter, Monday's more than happy to take those Aegis. They'll turn around. Oh dear. Snake King.
Carapace again.
Yeah. Oh, Lympho jumping in. He gets off that Aegis. He gets a double kill. Now Monet in for a lot of trouble because the rest of his team is gone. There he goes. And there's the tip coming out from Skem.
And like we said, Limp Tiny has to come to the rescue.
There it is.
They had to blow all their ultis to be able to start the fight. They get them all low, and then Limp comes in for the cleanup. All right, so they clear everybody out. They get rid of that Aegis. Some space and some breathing room for complexity.
They need it desperately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a good roll in there coming out from Envy, but then Limp following up, of course, was
They ping snaking immediately. They just see them ping him, and they're like, they just want this man dead. He's got 9 deaths already. It's half the deaths on the team. Immediately, the Afu just, he's showing no mercy. Yeah, to poor snaking. Next step, take out some more objectives. They've got 20 kills. They've only got 1 tower, though. So we're going to set up now for this bottom one.
Look at this little bug here. They don't have any sort of detection behind the tower, so he can keep a close eye out on anyone who approaches. And they should be able to take this bottom tier 1, no problem. Look at 343 throws out that Shadow Poison for the... Yeah, look at this. The Envy jumps in, will get taken out, but they've got all that damage ticking through. Skem jumps in as well. He's gonna try to juke himself away, but the big play, right, is when you see
How low they
Limp. Yeah, there it is. That double kill, which quickly turns into a triple.
Yeah, and even though Snaking dies, you know, he gave his life to be able to make sure he can finish off that Huskar with the Reaper. Because ideally, as RNG, you want your Huskar to have that Aegis here. Luna, that's for later on. Luna having the Aegis there.
There's the leap forward. Yules comes out, setting up for that stun. Will connect beautifully here. Can't find that arrow angle just yet, but Spike Carapace with that Starstorm almost is enough to take down Envy, but a couple more clicks should do the trick. Monster kill.
Looks like he didn't want to use the extra stone to roll the far distance as he'd used the one to pull initially, and gets punished for it.
And look at these guys, the way they're playing. You've still got Stay over here. Oh boy, there's a leap forward. Seafreak hiding in the trees, but they have the arrow. Will connect another leap, some more poison, some Starstorms, and a little bit of a multi-cast over there on SRF, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Stay.
Yep, still full control of the map as they're constantly threatening kills. It looks very similar to the last game, but they do at least have Limp Tiny, like we were saying. They need to try to drag this game on. Cole, they need this to go to a pretty far late game for them to have any chance with the Spectre, as it's all RNG on the map still.
I'm loving this. You know, a lot of people were saying, you know, oh, you know, Royal never give up. It's looking really good. And then we were watching some of these games. We're like, this doesn't seem like the team that we saw during qualifiers. But now look at them. A renewed sense of purpose, a new mantra and outlook on life.
And they're relentless.
And a Huskar.
Yeah, they're relentless, and they have a Huskar. So it's just Afu and SRF making play after play after play. They've got all their ultis available on Cole, so this is where they're trying to take a fight. The smoke gets broken, so they know that this Nyx is around the area. And Afu will back up.
He's doing so much work on this Nyx assassin. It's just absolutely very, very impressive. SRF as well, these two guys.
5-2-10 on the Nyx, and it's like you apply even more pressure on the map because you're forcing them to buy so many sentries.
You're keeping them poor. You're keeping them poor. You know, it's awful when you're behind, and you know, Ogre doesn't really have a great way of farming here, so constantly having to have that detection really puts a damper on your hero here.
Limp has Echo Saber with Blink, so he's got good kill threshold on a lot of heroes. I wonder if he's going to opt to go for the Silver Edge as the next item. Since they're versus that Huskar, that could be one of the options for them to at least try to stay relevant to try to kill this man.
This BKB on Monet is going to be a big problem for them.
Yeah, they're going to group up and look to at least take out maybe one or more of the towers and just try to take fights. The big timing, though, for RNG is really that second Roche. We say it so much. Like, first Roche is using map control with the Huskar. Second one, Aegis Cheese, you try to break high ground. Especially with the Luna draft, you don't want to be taking it super late into versus Spectre unless you have some enormous gold lead. If they have a huge gold lead, they won't mind too much going toward late game. And they're keeping the pace very nicely. 7k gold lead, keeping the farm up, keeping the pressure.
Exactly how you have to play it.
Yep.
It's looking good.
Going for BKB as well onto the Huskar early on, so he doesn't have to worry about it. The one thing that can kill him is the Reaper Scythe once he drops low.
Just like that, they just take it tier 2. Like it's nothing.
Bounty runes. Cole will get 2. RNG will get 2 as well. We have like mirror plays coming out on both sides.
Got a haste rune picked up though over on Limp. Maybe he can make a play with this, but
he can still burst heroes some of the heroes pretty easily.
Team Cat Lady's doing it over here.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they hate each other though, right? According to lore?
I have no idea. I don't.
Like the whole mom loves me best.
Who listens? Who knows any lore? Who listens to Slacks? I was gonna say. I listen to Slacks.
You do listen to Slacks. We all listen to Slacks. He's pretty impossible not to listen to when he's screaming Pizza
I can hear
Hut
him right now. I can hear him right now.
Alrighty, Cole, what's your game plan here? How do you stay in this game long enough to get your Spectre online?
Just try to guard him, push the lanes out, try to let Scam, you know, your Necrophos snaking, you're gonna have to take the risky farm. Spectre, you gotta take the safer farm with the backup of your teammates near your towers.
There's a BKB on the Luna. So we've got BKB on Huskar, BKB on Luna. This is feeling like a good time for Royal to start taking some fights.
Oh, yep. Still looking very solid. Cole is getting a little bit of breathing room, but as you see, it was 7k net worth before. Now it's up to 9k. RNG, they're farming faster. Luna as a hero just farms way faster than Spectre. Same thing with that Mirana. Cole smoke, but under a ward.
Under a ward, and they also have BKBs that they don't know about yet.
Yes, they do.
This is scary, spoopy stuff right now.
They have to get the insta jump.
They're on the high ground too.
They have to chain the disabled somehow.
They know they're up here though. They know. Place a ward. They see the Mirana.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They've got to do their disables perfectly. Stun, toss into an Earth Spirit stun into the Reaper site to kill one of the targets before BKB.
So many pieces that you have to fit together. They will get a quick pick off though on the Shadow Demon with multicast. In jumps the Huskar though. Has his eyes over here onto Limp. Will get slowed down. Arrow goes through. Doesn't quite land. They're still running in here. There's the Haunt coming out as well. They'll turn their attention over here to Z-Freak, and they'll turn their attention as well over onto Limp. They can just chop him down so quickly. That Spike Carapace again coming in handy. They'll leap forward immediately, finding Z-Freak. SRF. This guy has a preternatural sense of where people are here. And then Monet TPs to the bottom tower, and it's a Luna. He's got bouncing glaives. He's just gonna clean it up like it's nothing. Like a little bit of spilt milk.
Yep, now up to 11k, even though, yeah, they kill Shadow Demon. He doesn't care. He buys back immediately. He's 1600 net worth. He's the lowest gold in the game. He doesn't mind dying, getting picked off in those scenarios.
Envy rolls forward. There's the BKB though coming out from Monet. They just go and chop him down. Blink Dagger got picked up on Huskar too. These guys are just rolling away with us.
This is looking so hard. They just can't make plays. They can't take team fights either.
Oh no, Scam. You have so many stacks. So you got 7 stacks on you, plus some Shadow Poison. He just pops. Tips come out again. This is looking real rough for him.
Yeah, RNG look like they've been fueled by something.
Yeah. You're definitely feeling the fires of passion right now. Oh, Snake King. Impale, arrow, everything that we've come to expect from these two. And they managed to find a kill over here on 343, but the rest of the team is here. Limp trying to run himself out. The BKB gets used on stay. 7 stacks of that burning spears. It's a double kill.
I mean, it looks just like last game, right? But this time, it's like Limp is trying to make plays around, but he's only finding the 5-position Shadow Demon. And RNG looks like they're taking this. They're just running away with this one. 14k gold lead. It's just constant pressure. Look at the Blink Dagger, like you said on the Huskar. They're just all about knowing how powerful they really are right now and just running away with it. Just constant aggression, constant plays. A similar build from the Mirana. This time, I'm not the Blink Dagger, going for some more damage, but has the Yule Scepter, so they just have all this setup. And Afu, he just always finds everyone. He's always in the right place at the right time to get these pickoffs.
Yeah, Afu has been the MVP right now for me. Just he's so good about scatting around, finding the perfect opening.
Yeah, I think I've maybe seen him. Did he miss an Impale this game?
I don't believe so.
He's been on fire. And he's not been, he's also been doing like the cool thing where he doesn't use the Vendetta hit. He's stunning out of the Vendetta a lot of the times to make sure that they can get the follow-up stun. He's not risking like, oh, a Vendetta hit and then some weird thing happens where they juke his stun. No, he's just stunning out of the...
He's got faith in this team, right? You've got faith in your team. You know that you're going to have a Mirana who's going to land that arrow as long as you get that perfect positioning, and he's so good at it.
Yeah.
Look at this. Spectre is forced to get herself a blade mail at this point because she just got to do something. Yikes.
Yikes indeed, because they all have, the 2 heroes that might be able to kill themselves on that Blade Mail have BKB, so they won't kill themselves on the Blade Mail. As the lead continues to grow.
The scary thing about this too, right? They've got a Luna. When you have a Luna in the mid game, if you take a really good fight and you get a team wipe, she's gonna take more than just a tower.
Yep. And now I believe that's the second Roche that's spawning or has spawned already. So immediately smoke, they go into the pit.
Working on that Scotty. Oh, baby. All right. Everybody smoked up, it seems. Stay, not smoked, but,
How can Cole do this fight?
They're wrapping. This might be good placement here. They know that Ogre's being chased away. There's the initiation, though. Again, 343 immediately throws out the disruption. Monet get in the middle of everyone right now. Pops that BK VSRF gets himself another kill. They'll keep on chasing. They find another kill over here onto Snaking. He just cannot do anything in this game, and they've still got their eyes over here on Z-Freak. They'll leap forward. Mega kill here for Stay. Limp still outside this pit right now. They've got a double damage over on SRF too. Ooh.
It's just, like, for Snaking, it's an impossible game because he died so many times in the early game, and he's versus those natural counters. Nyx and Shadow Demon, two of the best supports. Shadow Demon.
Oh, look at Afu! Look at Afu! He spots them out over here. He knows that Limp wants to go right back in. They find themselves scam. Nice stone being thrown out here by Jackie. BKB comes out from Stay. They're gonna push them back from this pit. He's burning down pretty fast, but it's not quite enough damage. Limp, though, finds that opening. He's in a lot of trouble, though. Now it's gonna turn back around Huskar. Huskar doesn't have his BKB anymore, but he wants to get as many stacks over here onto Limp as possible. Try to take him down. That Magnetize doing a little bit of damage, but not nearly enough. They'll take down Limp. Luna here, she's angry. They'll turn around. They'll get that kill. Z-Freak on the run right now. They buy back over on the Tiny. Oh my goodness.
Every time they start, they kill a Shadow Demon, and then all of RNG is there in position. We see the Huskar doing a crazy amount of damage, and yeah, the front line doesn't even feel like it's there for Cole, because Snaking just gets Demonic Purged, can't do anything, can't Ghost Shroud ever, because it constantly purges you, and he just dies.
Again, I'm just loving this positioning coming out from Afu, right? Because he goes around the back. You know that Limp's still alive. You saw what happened in that pit the first time they went for Roche. He was very patient. He found that opening, jumped in, got himself a triple kill. Afu, though, making sure that he's paying attention, moving, sweeping around that pit, spotted them out, so.
No mercy.
And look at him go. Hey, Snay. Arrow coming through. Going to hit a creep first, but, you know, extra gold efficiency. And they'll just take down that sentry, go right back into the pit. There is no Snaking again.
At least, I mean, the synergy between these two is just flawless on RNG.
It's beautiful. Poetry in motion.
Second Roche.
Nighttime as well, so they've got great nighttime vision.
22,000 gold lead. Even if Complexity somehow can stall it to the later stages, which I highly doubt. There's too much of a gold lead that RNG can take fights anyway. They're just way too farmed. Poor Cole. Time for RNG to walk down mid.
And they've got a Luna. They've got a Shadow. They could just siege, honestly. They don't even have to throw Monet anywhere near that tower. Just send those illusions going. Let them tank some damage here and do what you gotta do. Does have the Aegis on the Luna? I feel like Snay's like, need to do something. How in the hell do I get in there, though?
He just can't.
He can't.
They're all smoked in the back.
All right, there it is. The jump forward coming out from Limp. BKB comes out immediately, though. They're going to try to chase him down. Monet also has that BKB. That's a big eclipse. They're going to take down Envy. They're chasing after Snaking now. He's trying to run himself out. He cannot go anywhere, though. Stay still going over here. He's facing off now with Scam, but he's got the cheese. Oh, boy. They're going to banish her out there using that bubble. Come right back up again. Has Blade Mail, but they just can't get in there.
And now once the tier 3 drops,
this is a Luna.
Aim for the Luna, the bouncing glaives between everything.
Remember when you had a base? Look at him go here. Don't have Snaking. Gonna have Envy back up in a second. BKBs are down. Oh, the jump for the toss actually coming out. Afu is gonna try to buy himself some more time to get away. Will finally get taken down. Immediately buys back, though. They know that they're strong. They know that Monet has the Scotty. He's got that Aegis. He's just going to town on their buildings right now. And I don't think they can do too much about this. Yeah, look at this immediately. Gonna see Snake TP does. Gonna be able to land that arrow, unfortunately, but they'll get the toss back and a multicast over here. So there's gonna be the force out, though. Luna, this is gonna be the Aegis popping. Goes down. Afu's still alive. Uses that Spike Carapace to stun up Envy. They'll turn around. 3-4-3 getting into position here. BKB's come back out again. They have not left this base in forever. They'll get the kill over onto Snaking. Limp gets taken down by SRF. And now Scam, he's trying to fight. The GG gets called. Royal never give up. Never give up. This is like a whole new team.
Cole kept sending him there. They sent him there again and again and again, and he kept just dying. They didn't have the ways to protect him. The Ogre had to protect the Spectre. Earth Spirit is not the same beast of an Ogre just to protect that Necrophos. Envy left the lane once or twice. They killed Snaking every single time. I don't even know how many deaths he ended with that game. 12, 13, something like that. 9 in the first 10 minutes.
There were so many
9 in the
just
first
in
12
lane.
minutes. Yeah.
So many in lane. Like, you couldn't send them back, but you couldn't send them anywhere else either.
Yep. That was a thrashing.
Yeah, that was very, very hard to watch in terms of, inside of complexity, they just dominate. But you don't give them a run back. This is a combination that you either got to ban one of these heroes, you got to ban both, I don't know. But you cannot allow RNG to have the Mirana and the Nyx combo.
Especially not versus Necrophos.
Especially.
They just, yep. Snake King's win rate just got tanked.
Yeah.
He had a really high win rate on Necrophos and 2 back-to-back losses. Rough. Well, that's enough for us, and that is the game 3. And guess what? We still have more Dota, but we're gonna go to the panel and they can talk about it.
Dang. Yeah, we are going to talk about it indeed, because we have our first winners bracket finalists. That means we have our first top 3 teams.